Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ladtastic with me, your host, Ladman. Now, I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but yeah, we're getting back into it. Season 3 and Season 3.5 of Crafty Ones are over, but we have started Season 4 Affinity. And in this series, I want to show you some of the outlandish farms I'm building and give you some tutorials on how to build them. And the first farm we're going to start with, in honor of 117, is a glowberry farm. That's right, I'm going to show you guys how to make a completely automated glowberry farm that will bone meal and harvest for you. And my farms are not small. So, let's get into it. And here's the automated glowberry farm. It is a modular design, 1 block wide, 6 blocks long. It can be stacked side by side. They can be stacked on top of each other as long as there's 1 block of space, so this observer does not fire into this dispenser down here. I recommend putting glass in between them. And I'll show you how I do it. So what happens here, how this works, is the glowberry, as it grows down, will change its status, or its state. When it changes its state, this observer will pick it up and fire a redstone signal back to this observer and this observer. Now these observers here are also picked up by this observer here and this observer here. This observer carries a signal down into this dispenser down here, or a dropper. This observer is picked up by this, which fires this dispenser. This observer is picked up by this one, which fires this dropper, and it feeds the bone meal up through these droppers and into this dispenser, where it gets fired into the vine. Now, the dispenser actually fires 1 tick behind the piston, and I'll show you how that works. But what that ensures is that when the vine grows, it will always get bone meal right before the piston breaks it, so that you get, as long as you have bone meal in the farm, you get a glowberry every time. Now, if you run out of bone meal, it's okay, the farm will still work. It won't be quite as efficient, but without the bone meal, the vines have a chance of growing with berries already attached. Anyway, to show you how this works, when the observer right here is sending a signal down to the dispenser, it's sending it back through 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 with the dispenser to fire it. However, when the observer fires the piston, it's sending it to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then firing on 7. So, this extra room here, compared to what you got here, means that this actually 2 ticks, not 1 tick. 2 ticks faster, this will fire before this fires. And that ensures that the glowberry gets broken. So how do we build this? Well, first we're going to take a couple spacer blocks just to get it up off the ground. Really doesn't matter. And you're going to take 4 droppers. That's 4. 1, 2, and then 2 more facing up. 3, 4. Then you have 1 dispenser, which will be facing out, like so. Now you'll have 12 observers in this. The first 2 you want to have built straight down, 1, 2, so they're looking up. Then you're going to have 1 facing backwards, powering behind the dispenser. And then you can have 1 more facing up, like so. And then you're going to have 1 facing out. This one here will be facing into where the glowberry is, with a chain of 3. And then you're going to have 1 facing down on the center of those 3. And then you'll have 3 more facing out. That's 11, and your 12th one will face down. This will fire the piston, which you can put right here like so. Then all you do is place your glowberry. You get 2 hoppers, 1, 2, like so, and you put a little bit of bone meal in it. So how do you keep this fed? The way I keep it fed is using an item loader and a hopper minecart that goes around the track through the entire silo of this massive farm, delivering bone meal into each of the hoppers, feeding it down into the dispensers. So, the way I do that is I just have the minecarts run around the track, drop down to the next one, and then when they get to the bottom, they hit a water elevator, which takes them all the way back up to the top. As you can see, this cart just left its station. We'll follow it down, riding around as it slowly drops down, filling up all the droppers and dispensers. Now each one of these stacks that I have here takes about 2.5 stacks bone meal, but the car will carry 5, which is a bit overkill. But all that means is that you can make this twice as high as I have it if you really want it. And as the car comes down, hits the bubble elevator, right back out, and onto the track where it's filling up. But you can use any kind of solution you want. You can use water streams, you can use other hopper minecarts, you can just use hopper chains, whichever you want to do to feed these. Make this farm as big or as small as you want. It is perfectly modular, being that it's only 1 block wide, and it uses observers, and doesn't use any redstone signals, so there's no wires to be crossed. It is very, very nice, very slick. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Hope you like this farm, and if you do, smash that like key. Think about subscribing and catch up with some more videos that I'm going to have showing you some other crazy builds I have, such as my Aztec temple over there, the Victoria's Secret tower that I was told it was, my twisting tower over here, and a bunch of other little stuff that I've got going on. And you see the schematic going back there of the Mo roof basalt generator from MoCraft 1. Anyway, I hope to see you guys next time. Peace.